Welcome back, everybody. We are going to continue on with 8.4. I'm going to skip over example number 2. You should be able to do that on your own, or you can just look online under my filled out notes. It should make sense. But we're going to look at number 3. I have x over x minus 3 equals 8x squared over x squared minus 9 minus 4x over x plus 3. And we're going to talk about extraneous solutions. And that word extraneous has the word extra in it. So sometimes there are extra solutions. So you have to double check and always make sure. So first thing I want to do, I want to factor as much as I possibly can first. The 6 over x minus 3 can just stay as it is. I have 8x squared. X squared minus 9, that's difference of squares. So I have x plus 3, x minus 3, minus 4x over x plus 3. And just like last time, we need to figure out the least common denominator. So I gotta look, I have x plus 3, x minus 3. That's the biggest thing. I got an x plus 3 here and x plus 3 here. I got an x minus 3 and x minus 3 here. So my LCD, x plus 3, x minus 3. And just like last time, I'm going to take this least common denominator, multiply everything on the top by it. So I have 6 times x plus 3, x minus 3, all over x minus 3 is equal to 8x squared times x plus 3, x minus 3, all over, and I'm just going to put x plus 3, x minus 3. I'm going to have it all factored out. That's going to come in handy later. For x over, or times x plus 3, x minus 3, and that is all over x plus 3. So the reason why we do this is so we are able to cancel things out. X minus 3 cancel out. X plus 3, x plus 3, x minus 3, x minus 3, x plus 3, x plus 3. So we had a lot of things just cancel out right there. So I have 6 times x plus 3 equals 8x squared minus 4x times x minus 3. Oops. I'm going to distribute out the 6. I get 6x plus 18 equals 8x squared. Distribute out the negative 4x. So I have negative 4x squared plus 12. If I combine like terms, 8x plus 18 equals 8x squared minus 4x squared is 4x squared plus 12. I gotta move things over. I'm gonna move the 6x over and the 18 over because I have an x squared right here. So I get 4x squared. Oops, this is a 12x. 6x, 12x minus 6x is 6x. Move the 18 over. Minus 18 is equal to 0. And this is a quadratic. And it's not super nice to factor, but we are able to factor it. We're going to have to do that x method. On the top is a times c. So 4 times negative 18 is negative 72x squared. The bottom is b, which is 6x. Two numbers that multiply to negative 72 add up to 6 is 12x, negative 6x. So now I'm going to have to replace this middle term 6x. So I have 4x squared plus 12x minus 6x minus 18 is equal to 0. We have 4 terms. We can factor by grouping. Greatest common factor that I can take out from this first group is 4x. And I'm left with x plus 3. I can take out a negative 6 here. I'm left with x plus 3. Hey, my parentheses match. That's good. And 4x minus 6. From here, we can set each one of these groups equal to 0. X plus 3 equals 0. 4x minus 6 equals 0. I have x equals negative 3. 4x equals 6. Divide both sides by 4. I can simplify 6 over 4 to 3 over 2. And I have to double check and make sure if things work out. If I plug negative 3 into here, that does not get 0. If I plug it in here, I get 0. If I plug it in here, I get 0. Therefore, that does not work. If I plug 3/2 in, it does work out. We just don't want 0 on the denominator. So my only answer is x equals 3/2. Please make sure you're double checking and make sure you do not get 0 on the denominator. As always, please contact me with any questions you may have. Have a great rest of the day, you guys.